Hello everybody, Matthew Armstrong here on day 52 of our 100-day financial freedom challenge. What if I told you that if I were to just close my eyes right now for about 3 seconds, I would actually fall over because I'm so tired. I would just literally fall asleep on my feet and just topple over if I close my eyes right now. That automatic thing would just happen, so I better keep my eyes open because there's a few sharp objects around. You probably think, well, you don't look too tired, Matthew. You don't sound very tired. But I am. But how can I stand up here and not appear to be tired and be able to talk and be clear and articulate? How can I do that when literally when I go to bed in 5-10 minutes now, I'm going to close my eyes. I'm just going to be out like a light. I know I am because I'm so tired. It's like 35 degrees Celsius today. I've been out in the hot sun, just doing lots of things, driving in and out, teaching classes, all sorts of things, and yeah, I'm tired. It's 12:30 at night, and it's still about 25 degrees Celsius. It's hot. It's really hot. It's really tiring weather, and still I'm able to stand up here, even though like 10 minutes ago I was just like falling asleep, going, okay, I'm just going to bed. I'm so tired. And I thought, okay, snap out of it and go make your video, and how come I can do that? And the reason I can do that is because I have rituals, and I know that I can turn on a certain state whenever I want. But let's go right out there into something. I didn't even know I'm going to talk about this, but let's talk about it anyway. An experience I had. There's so much energy around us. There's so much energy around us that we literally cannot fathom it. It's unfathomable, the amount of energy that is around us, and we can actually harness whenever we want. And this is a story that I haven't told very often to very many people because it seems a little bit far out to many people. Just to give you an idea of the energy that you can harness, because a lot of people say today, I just don't have the energy to do this or do that or do the other. And I'm here to say to you that there is an infinite amount of energy. There is a source of energy that is in the empty space that is all around you and permeates all things. And I experience this energy to a very magnified level. Many years ago, I was hiking by myself, I was traveling by myself, and I was in Yosemite National Park in Northern California or mid-California. And I was hiking up a mountain called Half Dome. It's quite a famous mountain. You might have even climbed it yourself. And I was hiking up that. I was told that it was a 12-hour hike or something like that. So I set off pretty early that morning. And I was hiking up it, thinking, okay, maybe I'll crack it in 8 hours or something like that. And I got to a point where I saw a tree. And it was a giant redwood, but it wasn't a very giant one. It was just a kind of a small, conservative giant redwood. And I saw that giant redwood, and I looked at it, and suddenly I felt this immense appreciation for this tree. Just an immense appreciation, just for what it was. I didn't have to do anything, just for this beautiful tree that was there and just stood there for many, many years. I just had an immense appreciation for it. And as I stood there in this trance-like state for a little while, I don't know how long, time just disappeared, in this feeling of just immense appreciation for this tree. I then suddenly started to realize that on my peripheral vision that the surrounding area had changed, my environment had changed. And so I took my eyes off the tree and I looked out at the whole landscape and across mountains and across, there's waterfalls out there, there's trees, there was forests. It was just incredibly beautiful. But my sight was different, and everything looked different. Everything was glowing. Everything was just very bright and just glowing. Everything was glowing. The mountains were a different color. The mountains were this bluey color. The trees had this glow and these things emanating off, and the sky was a different color. Everything was a different color, and everything was glowing, and everything was sort of like vibrating. It was like moving. And it was just the most incredibly beautiful thing I'd ever seen at the time. It was kind of like, imagine if you'd gone through your whole life seeing like a black and white TV from the 1940s. That was your vision. And then suddenly someone just whacks on HD 2013 widescreen TV. It was like that. You know, it's like going from that to that. And so I was just stood there, just amazed. And then this rush of energy came. It was energy that I was seeing. Suddenly I was able to see the energy in everything. And I got filled with this energy. Just rushed into me like a vacuum, just rushed in and filled me up and filled me up and filled me up. It was so full of energy that my whole body was vibrating. Almost like I felt like I was about to take off, like one of those rockets where it's like 3, 2, 1. It's just like vibrating before it takes off. That's the way I felt at the time. And I at the time I was kind of I don't know, I was new to all that sort of stuff maybe, and I didn't know what to do with the energy. I didn't know what to do with it, so I said, okay, I'm just going to run. And so I actually ran up the rest of the mountain, ran up the whole thing, even the steep bit where you actually have to hold on to a line and pull yourself up. I just ran up that. Got to the top, was amazed, and then I ran back down. I ran the whole way back down without stopping, even down the steep bit. Quite dangerous, but I did it because I was just so full of energy. Ended up finishing the thing in about 3.5 hours from start to finish. Keeping in mind that I walked the first halfway up the mountain, which seemed to be like a record time. Somebody said that was really, really fast. Some guy that tried to keep up with me for a while, I couldn't. After a while, he met me down the bottom and said, "How fast do you do that in?" And I said, "Oh, about 3.5 hours, start to finish." And he said, "That's amazingly fast, you know." He was a guy who'd been going up and down for years. And so anyway, I was just full of all this energy, and I wasn't even that fit at the time. I'd been traveling for quite a while, and I hadn't done any running for about a year or anything like that, so I wasn't fit at the time at all. But what I noticed when I went into the bathroom was I was pure white with salt. There's salt all over my skin. I'd gone this like funny white colour with the salt all over me, and I'd never experienced that before. No matter what sort of exercise I'd done, there's this just pure whiteness of salt on my skin. I could just peel it off and you know, it's like someone poured salt all over me. But anyway, what I want to say is there's energy all around us, and it's possible for us to tap into that energy source just through appreciation. Just through appreciation. Just through appreciating something. We can tap into that energy source and get filled up with energy. When we appreciate nature, and nature appreciates us back, and nature gives us some of her energy, shares some of our energy. And it's an infinite source. There's an infinite source of energy around us. A scientist called David Bohm, quantum physicist, he says there's more energy in 1 cubic inch of empty space than there is in the entire matter of the whole universe. Very difficult one to comprehend, but that's what he says. I'm inclined to believe it. I've had an amazing experience through that. And yes, in the empty space, there is an incredible amount of energy, and we can tap into that energy. And one way to do that, there's many ways to do that, but one way to do that is through appreciation. So when I was just really tired there, I just started appreciating various things in my life. Just being appreciative. And even appreciative, I get to make this video. It wasn't like, oh God, I said I was going to make a video, so I'm going to do it. It's like, wow, I get to make this video. I've actually got a camera, I can make a video, and I can get this out to the world. I can put this on YouTube, I can do this and this with it, I can impact people's lives. I just like so appreciative of it. And suddenly my energy started build and build and build and build and build until the point that I could actually stand here and make this video and be totally clear and totally focused and totally energized. And from start to now, I become more and more and more and more energized through doing it. If you want to read a great book, just so there's in my mind, Holographic Universe, Michael Talbot, that's where I first read about David Bohm, where he talks about the infinite source of energy that's all around us in the empty space. Holographic Universe, great book there. You know, if you're kind of new to that sort of stuff, it's very, very mind expanding. It takes a lot of the limits off what we believe we can do. just by reading that book. You know, some books can just alter our consciousness completely, and that's one of them. So if you feel you don't have enough energy, start appreciating things more. Start appreciating things more, then you'll get more energy. You know, someone wrote to me there and said, he said, it takes me about 6 hours to get going. He said in the morning time, he says, I've got no confidence in the morning, and it takes me about 6 hours before I can actually get to a place where I'm actually able to focus, have a clear mind, do some work, and by that time most of the day's gone. So what I would say is appreciation. Have a ritual that you do every single morning. Like I have rituals that I do in the morning. I have rituals that I do before I make a video. I have rituals I do before I do a martial arts class. I have rituals, and I say different mantras, and I focus on different things, and I go through different processes, both physically, both verbally, both mentally. And by doing that, we can just put ourselves in any sort of state we want, you know. And this is the way of the wizard. The wizards can just go into different states whenever they want, right? And so any of us can do this just by deciding to have a ritual to do it, you know. So if you're like the guy who, or if you are the guy who can't get any confidence in the morning, then doesn't feel like doing anything for about 6 hours until he kind of gets up to speed, until he gets like all engines running. You know, just have a ritual first thing in the morning when you wake up. Is have some sort of ritual to get you started in the day. And a great thing to have, because there's many things I could say here, but just to give you one right now, is a ritual of appreciation. Go on a rampage of appreciation every morning. Get up and just spend 5 minutes appreciating things. If you have a rebounder, do some exercise where you do it. Bounce on your rebounder, so that's movement of the body, that's getting the circulation going. And then just start appreciating. Say it out loud, everything that you appreciate in your life, and by doing that, that will just set you up for your whole day, and that will just put you on a vibration, put you on a frequency that's going to bring more things into your life to appreciate, and give you an amazing day. And do that every single day, then you have an amazing life. It's that simple. You know, whatever you do every single day, that's what makes up your life. Alright, so if you haven't joined our team yet, click on the link below, join our team. This is the fast train to financial freedom, and I have so much appreciation for the vehicle that we have here, and for all the folks we have on our team, and for you watching this video right now who are about to join our team if you haven't already. So click on that link below, join our team, and join our team for financial freedom. That's what we're creating right now. And if you haven't already watched video 1, click on this link here, watch video 1, and watch every single video sequentially. This is an amazing thing, and I am so appreciative to be a part of it. Alright, see you in the next video.